Ladies and gentlemen, we are now back for A Song of Sugar and Snow, Part 2, Ice Age Boogaloo. Hi everybody, it's me, Alex, from Quid Pro Roll, back at it again with another Song of Sugar and Snow. I am not sure how I'm going to follow up the first one, as I do believe it was my magnum opus, but we are here with our beautiful returning cast. Real quick, everybody, obviously everybody knows you, I'm guesting on y'all's show, but if you would introduce yourselves and or your previous character.
Hi, I'm Austin, and I play Jack Frost, the cold old one.
I think I just took brood damage.
Yeah, I think I did too, honestly.
Bringing it here.
Hell yeah, I'll go second. I'm Alex, and I'm here. And I played Halley on the last one, and I'm so excited because I love Halley so freaking much.
We all do.
Yes, we do.
I'll go next. I'm Nate, and I played Pachelbel. It's a little German man. He was Austrian, actually. But an Austrian accent's just a German accent, so that's what I did.
Ah, okay.
Get at me in the comments, everyone from Austria.
Rise up lights.
Rise up lights.
That's Australia again.
Shit.
They're only missing a couple of syllables.
Yeah. And I'm Jenna, and I played Spruce. Precious baby Spruce.
Sweet baby boy.
Spruce
Ooh, I
claws.
felt really bad about how many times Spruce almost died in the last game. There were so many times where I'm like, how much HP do you have?
Yeah. It was painful.
All right. A couple of years after what's been come to be known as the passing of the sleigh, things have been comfortable at the North Pole. Peace has been able to thrive in the reign of Nicholas and Gloria, keeping a hand on the wheel as Spruce sleeps. Real quick, before I have you all introduce your new characters, I want to know, in the past couple of years, what have your characters been doing? What has happened for them? What have they been able to recover? Are they still traumatized by everything that happened? Where are they now?
Jack has been like a homebody for the most part. Him and Frosty have been making a life together. They have 2 kids, Mary and Cole. For the most part, he's stay-at-home husband. And, if people need him, he'll help out around Christmas time and stuff, but building his family.
Halley has continued her reign of finding things to bring back to Spruce for when he wakes up. So she's gone on many small adventures and many medium-sized adventures, but always kind of making around Spruce her home base. And I think she did try to follow up on her dream of last time of meeting Rudolph and finding out how to become not such a terrible reindeer. But I don't think it panned out for her really well. I don't think she learned much. I think she just decided that she was happier being on her small adventures and bringing stuff back.
Halley is the best reindeer, and I will not tolerate slander to say otherwise.
We love Halley. Pachelbel established and now works in the Department of Engineering, specifically the Christmas Keebler Hall. It's the deck hall, if anyone's curious. Working on, all kinds of fantastic gadgets. There's a little, a slew of, other artificer-style elves from both Keebler and Christmas traditions working together on fabulous projects.
And I kind of know the answer to this, but Spruce, what have you been doing, buddy?
Spruce has been chilling in his sleep and his 364-day sleep. and enjoying the hell out of that one day a year that he gets to be awake.
That's delightful and brings me a lot of joy. Though, Pachelbel in particular, I imagine y'all are still hard at work trying to figure out a way to make it so that the 364-day sleep is unnecessary going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The world is better when there is more spruce in it. With the relative peace, everyone has sort of put what has happened behind them. The conflicts with the Grimshlings and the Keebler elves, everything seems to have settled into peace. Like I said, things have been calm, things have been prosperous. Which is why it's somehow odd that your characters find themselves summoned and currently sit in a waiting room, waiting to speak to Nicholas and Gloria. Now I want to have you all introduce your characters, what they are, and what you are doing while you are in this dentist office style waiting room.
Jack he's probably the first one there, and he'll just be sitting, drinking some frozen hot chocolate, waiting for anybody else to come in, just thinking about what he's got to do for the rest of the day, make sure that the kids are going to have lunch later, ice cubes and snow cones, making sure that the ice blocks around the house are chilled up and keeping everything cool so nobody's melting too fast. Just thinking about what the rest of the day is going to hold, but curious about what Gloria and Nick have to say.
I think Halley comes bursting through the door, clearly not sure if she's late or not, but just gonna go ahead and err on the side of she's probably running late. And so she'll just come like smashing through into here and see Jack and be like, oh, hang on, and like go into her little side bag and pull out just one of those little toys that when you press the bottom, they're like elastic bands that let go and they fall, and then it like forms back up into a little dude, and be like, I got like 3 of these for Spruce and I didn't realize it. Hey, do you want it?
Hey, Halley, yeah.
Oh, hi.
Sure. I didn't get you anything, but oh wait, I'll pull out like a like little, what are those called? A water skin, and pull out some of the water and freeze it into a sled and hand it to you. Here, a gift for a gift.
Halley will grab it in her mouth and crunch it and eat it.
Yeah, tasty treat.
Pachelbel?
Pachelbel gets the summons and definitely gets there like very close to the time that you're supposed to meet, and he kind of sees the two of you in the waiting room and he goes, hello, are you also being summoned?
Yeah.
And Halley screams, Pachelbel! And like, a goat when they jump up and go to headbutt sideways, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause, yeah, she definitely immediately upon seeing Pachelbel does that.
Pachelbel is, this has happened every time that he's seen Halley, so he definitely like is used to this. And you know how like people sometimes catch a cat like that jumps a certain way? He does the same thing. No, it's not as nearly as graceful, but he's just like, hello, and just tries to, most of the weight goes past him. It's great to see you as well. Jack, how have you been, man?
Oh, hey, Pachelbel. Good to see you again.
How's everything at the house? How's Frosty?
He's good. Kids are great. They're a handful, Bunch of 2 little snowballs.
Ha! Yes, of course. That's what you call them. I've been good too. Yeah, very busy.
Your work coming along good?
Yeah, no, it's all great. Still haven't cracked the whole spruce thing, but I have some new projects. Actually, for finishing one up today, as I am running a little bit late.
As you say the note that you have been running a little bit late, in sort of a like panic, a figure that you're unfamiliar with comes like bashing through the door really fast. There's something about her that seems somewhat familiar, even though you're certain you've never seen her before.
Oh, man. Hey, hi, hello, hi, how are you?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi!
So how, what's going on in here, everybody?
This is a waiting room. We're waiting.
Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, I supposed to be waiting too. But I'm a little, I guess I ran a little behind. I was making this. And she holds up a little partridge carved of wood.
Is it a living bird?
No. It's made from wood.
Okay.
She could create life.
Hallie is enamored with it.
Wow, is this very good? May I have a look?
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
And he tries to grab it. Yeah, he gives it a genuine, thorough look at it. How's the craftsmanship? Is it really good?
You know what? It is really good. There are a few little nicks here and there, but otherwise you can tell it's a partridge.
This is fabulous. You've got a lot of the good details on the tail feathers here. What grit sandpaper is this? Did you use a fine, or do you only stop at say maybe 80 grit?
Oh no, dude! I used mostly the palm of my left hand because it's really rough.
That's very strange. We have this is nice, and he just hands it back.
Thanks. I was gonna give it to Grandma and Grandpa.
Okay. Oh well, I think so. I'm sure they'll find it very lovely.
Is that why you're here? See your grandparents?
Yes.
Oh, this is
actually
the room to see Gloria and Nick. Yes. You might be in the wrong place. The Clauses.
As the conversation is happening, the door opens and a young elf that appears very stuffy, very fastidious, a small pince-nez on the edge of his sort of pointed nose. Everyone here for the 1 o'clock meeting?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, how do we know?
When was your meeting scheduled?
Well, that's a good question, but I don't know if everyone's here.
That's true.
He counts. There are 4 of you? That seems correct. Follow me, please.
As we're walking in, Pachelbel is walking beside Halley and going, see, I misunderstood. I thought he was asking if everyone here is for the 1 o'clock, not if everyone is here for the 1 o'clock.
Oh.
It's just a difference of as a preposition goes.
Yeah, maybe I didn't get it because I didn't think that we would.
No, I think you could be right. I just maybe.
Should we ask him?
I don't think it's important anymore.
As you walk down the hallway, you notice that the smell of nutmeg and cinnamon and baked brown sugar begins filling the room with a stronger and stronger scent, followed only by the smell of hot chocolate and marshmallow. The door at the end of the hallway is beautiful. It's made of a stained glass held together with very dark, old, treated wood. The stained glass shows images of the original Santa mythos, of how he rose to his power, how he began his tradition of his sleep. And you can tell through the sparkle in the glass that it's made from old ornaments. Clauses are very about reduce, reuse, recycle in this place. The door opens and you can hear a jingling of sleigh bells, despite the fact that there is no bell affixed to the door. The room that you enter is warm and cozy, if a little cluttered. It gives you the impression of a grandmother's sitting room, with thick, knitted blankets laid out over the seats, a roaring fire sitting in the corner, the ever-present Christmas tree decorated with the ornaments of Christmas memories, and a small, happy little train constantly circling around its trunk. You see Nicholas and Gloria standing at the... Well, Gloria's standing at the window, Nicholas is sitting at the desk, and the two of them seem engaged in a conversation. They both turn to you, and Nicholas does that Midwestern dad thing where he slaps his thighs before he stands up. Oh, it's so good to see you again! He holds out his arms warmly in welcome.
Jack will go straight to him and say, Nick, and he'll hug him.
As you can imagine, a hug from Santa Claus is the most bakeryest smelling, warm, comfortable, soft hug you've ever been given in your whole life. And for a very brief moment, you have the feeling of being a 4-year-old child and never knowing fear, never knowing stress, never knowing any darkness existed in the world.
Smile. The only time I like being warm.
Oh, I tried to make sure I don't overheat you, friend. His coat is open and he is wearing a very elaborate Hawaiian shirt under it. I tried to dress less warmly for you.
You look great.
Gloria hates it.
As Jack and Santa are hugging, Pachelbel goes over to Gloria and just grabs her hand, politely clasps it in his two hands and says, "Gloria, how have you been, dear?"
She clasps his hand back. I've been wonderful, and it's been all thanks to you.
I'm thrilled to hear it.
How has the progress been going on Spruce?
We're nearing some sort of breakthrough. I do think we will be able to communicate regularly without, we've had some success, but in bits and spurts. I think that this will be a bit more successful on a consistent basis. And then actual, regular reanimation will be plausible.
Gloria's going to reach out and sort of comfortingly squeeze his shoulder. Thank you for everything that you're doing, but please, make sure you're taking care of yourself.
Don't worry about me. Hardy as a old tree, fir maybe, or alder.
And just as likely to overwork yourself as you were in your youth.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I got a solid 3.5 hours of sleep last night. That's more than normal.
And that's why I worry.
You worry too much.
She gestures to the couch where plates of various Christmas cookies and mugs of hot chocolate have been laid out. On a table, not on the couch. They're not on the couch. They're not monsters.
I've made a bed for you. Please lay on these cookies.
All right, Halley?
I think Halley is kind of still at the door, sort of like where they just came in, and she's very much trying to behave because, like, she's still working on that thing where, like, these are people that are important, and so you can't just, like, bop around because then people get mad at you. But she wants the cookies, and she wants to say hi to Nick, and she wants to go and, like, lay down by the fire, and she wants to do all these things. So she's just kind of, like, sort of pacing, like, going different directions by the door, and then looking at this new person, and then looking at the cookies, and then looking at... So she's just kind of, like, hesitating between all of these things and not sure where she wants to go, and just kind of waiting for, like, the thing that will finally acknowledge her to know where she's supposed to go or what she's supposed to do.
Speaking of new person, Jenna, I don't believe you have been introduced, so what are you doing now?
As soon as all of the formalities look to be over and she sees Halley dancing, sort of in one spot, she's going to pull off her hat because she knows that, it's not supposed to be on indoors. And you see just this shock of green, like, floofy, feathery hair just, like, stick straight up. And she's gonna walk forward and she's gonna hold up the partridge and she's gonna be like, I made this. Is this one good?
Oh, you did wonderful! He picks it up and holds it to the light and looks around on it. I see you've been changing out the knives as we discussed.
Yeah.
Wonderful job, my dear. And he puts his hand on her head and sort of ruffles it affectionately.
Jack will lean towards Pachelbel and say, "Hey, does that kid look familiar?"
We saw, like, green and pink.
Is green.
Feathers.
Her hair is green, but she's got this, like, light dusting of sort of peachy pinky looking feathers, like, on her cheeks and down her hands.
Pachelbel just leans in, and in, like, a stage whisper, he's like, "It's the accent, I think, more than anything." But now he turns fully, because he was looking at this new kid. Now he actually turns to Jack and he goes, "Does Bruce maybe have daughter?"
I don't know. Looks back towards this new kid.
Nicholas is going to gesture toward the couches for everyone to have their fill of cookies and eggnog and hot chocolate. Before that everybody moves, he goes over to Halley and does the thing you do where he, like, scratches, like, under her chin affectionately, like you do when you, like, are seeing a dog again and you're like, hi, buddy. Like, he's doing that, but respectful.
No, Halley totally leans into it, like neck fully stretched out. The thing where her front legs kind of start to go like super far out, and she's just like fully like leaning into this.
Oh, big stretch.
Oh, big stretch. I'm sure you're all wondering why we called you here. He's going to take his own mug of hot chocolate and sit down in what is known to be Santa's chair. No one else sits in this chair. He kind of sinks down comfortably because, like, it is outlined to him. He fits in like a Lego piece at this point.
I think Halley just goes up next to the chair like a faithful dog and just like collapses down next to it and leans up against the side.
Aw.
He's going to be giving Halley scritches while he's waiting for everybody to settle.
Jack sits in the chair that's furthest away from the fire.
Reasonably so.
Pachelbel sits and definitely does not eat any cookies.
Gloria is going to kind of subtly come up to Jack and hand him a glass of cold eggnog.
Thank you. My favorite.
We do what we can. So I'm sure you're all wondering why we've summoned you here. We have a project that we have decided you all would be the best candidates to help us. Now, this will be perfectly voluntary, but I'm sure you've all noticed that even after the passing of the sleigh and all of the wonderful things that have been done to avert the future that most of you came from, there is still a notable decline in Christmas magic, meaning that Christmas spirit, collectively, has not been what it once was. We believe that the best option for this is we have selected ambassadors, goodwill ambassadors, that we intend to send to some of our neighboring lands in an attempt to reinvigorate the Christmas spirit therein.
Well, so this is like you're looking for some travel to occur?
To 3 nations in particular, but yes.
Roy, I'm so busy in the lab, I don't know how I could possibly help.
I thought that might be your answer. If you are unwilling to come or unable to, we trust your judgment implicitly. If any of you want to send someone in your stead, we would treat them exactly the same. You have our full faith and support.
Pachelbel kind of just settles back in the couch and like steeples his fingers and thinks.
Well, I've been at home for the most part for a while. So I think Frosty can take care of the kids for a little while I go and have a little getaway. I'm in.
Wonderful. Everybody's looking at Halley right now.
It's that slow burn of the silence, and then she starts like looking around, sees everybody looking at her. She goes, I'm in. What are we doing?
Jenna, she's going to look over at your character. Now, you had spoken to us before about wanting to see more of the world. This is, however, a very, very big job. Do you think that you're ready for it?
She sort of straightens up and just messes with her hair a little bit and puts another bite of cookie in her mouth and is like, yeah, I'm super ready.
She's going to, like, gently rest her hand on her shoulder. I don't believe that you have all met. Would you introduce yourself, dear?
And she stands up and, like, messes her or pulls her vest down and looks around. She's like, hi, I'm Cedar. Yeah, I'm Cedar. Hi. I was really looking forward to meeting you guys because I've heard everything about you, I think.
It's nice to meet you too, Cedar.
Cedar is very precious to all of us, and we are taking care of her until we can find a way to get Spruce back up and running the rest of his days.
Yeah, that would be, I personally, and she like sort of makes this like shoulders back, head high, like stance. And she's like, I personally would find it very, awesome if my dad could be awake more than just like one day.
Pachelbel elbows Jack.
Yeah, you elbow his elbow because he was about to elbow you.
It's like when you shoot bullets and the bullets meet in the air.
Pachelbel just grabs his elbow and goes, Scheiße.
Hey, language.
I think Halley jumps up and goes up to Cedar and just starts like sniffing her, like nose right on Cedar, sniffing, and like for a very long time, and then just goes, whoa.
As the sniffing is happening, you just hear.
Gloria is going to look at everyone. Well, Pachelbel, we can speak later about who you would nominate as a replacement, but I am very looking forward to this project with all of you. We would be sending you to 3 locales, and I will warn you, one of them is a little more dangerous than the others. You would first go to the Land of Sweets, then the Land of Gifts Ungiven, and then finally, though I have varied expectations for this, the City of Coal.
Pachelbel was scratching down some notes. She says City of Coal. He looks up.
If there is anywhere that could use more spirit, it would be there.
The Badlands.
Nicholas is sort of uncharacteristically kind of somber as he puts down his mug. We're going to start with the Land of Sweets. We're going to see how well this does before we send you somewhere so dangerous. But if anyone can do it, I believe it is you. Or, Pachelbel, anyone that you have faith in.
To that, for diplomacy, I have any number of excellent, trainees and students that I've been mentoring. But for something like the Land of Coal, I may have an idea, but it would have to be later today before it's done. Before he is done.
Gloria looks at him and nods once in understanding. Of course. How about tomorrow morning you all meet in the central square? I will send a messenger to deliver your first orders. Will that be enough time, Pachelbel?
Yeah, we're planning a sort of, small unveiling. It's just the people in the lab. Later tonight, this evening. You could come if you wanted to.
I would be excited to see what you've been working on.
Okay. Well, I'll break out the red lab coats. I thought he might like that.
Gloria clasps her hands together. Wonderful. I'll begin getting the preparations done for all of you for your provisions for the journey, and I believe we will see you all in the lab this evening.